Get you going.
I got that feeling, baby, I got that feeling. Hey, what's happening, people? Geekswagg is 2015, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. You are back with us, and Lord have mercy, I think we lost Makita. Did we lose Makita?
No!
Yeah.
She there? Oh, there it goes. Okay, it popped back on the screen.
Makita.
Yeah, we were about to break out the old Khadijah remix on y'all with Makita. Well, actually, I was about to do some James Brown for a little while. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's your boy Bunny 3000 along with...
Dirty.
And,
Dirty.
of course, the one and only...
Dirty.
Shut up, Jay. And the one and only...
The Grim Freaker. Hi, y'all.
Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so glad to be back. We had a long hiatus. We got a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on. But we are back to bring the geek back out in all of you guys. Increase your geek with Geekswagg, people. We are ready to get things going, ready to let you guys know what's about to pop off in 2015. Because Lord have mercy, I'm ready. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. I'm ready for something to get popping.
Right.
So,
and I'm talking about like a nice bed and go to sleep.
that is not what I was trying to say.
No,
Lord have him. He's like, I'm
stale
ready
bag
to go.
of chips.
I'm
Talking
ready to
about
go
some
to sleep.
No, they're fresh. They're a little crunchy. Don't leave them out there that long.
So, Jason, tell me, brother, what did you do all Christmas break, man, while I eat and crunch on some pretzels up in your face? Or actually in your ear, because you can't see me.
And let me tell you, all I did, Christmas, we went, family stuff. But basically, when I came home, I'm so ashamed of myself because
I'm ashamed of you too.
Very, 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 very little gameplay.
Really? You actually tried to be family man this time?
No. Well,
no. No, not family man.
No, the only thing I really did was I watched. I've been trying to watch Sons of Anarchy, and I've been trying to get in that show for the longest time.
What is that even about? Is it like a biker gang that does drugs or something?
It's about.
I'm just wondering. I don't know.
It's close. It's about a biker gang, and they drug run to
I was close.
to rival gangs in L.A.
Oh, okay.
But the main character, his name is Jackson. His father was the one that started this Sons of Anarchy motorcycle club. And they're in bed with the local cops and stuff, and the cops give them a break. You got payroll, all the stuff, right? And basically, he's trying to change the club because he's trying to get into he's trying to take the club legit. It's almost like a Godfather story. You know how he was always trying to take the club. Yeah, but with biker gang. And every time he's trying to take, every time they pull me out,
they pull me back in.
Pretty much. So that's what's going on with him. So, that's like, a little piece of the story. I mean, there's all kinds of a whole bunch of other stuff going on there, but it's a really good show. I enjoy it.
You actually sound like you know what you're talking about.
Dude, I watched, me and my wife, we watched what? We're almost at the end of season 4. That's how much. Yeah, son.
Good Lord.
Binge watching.
I tried to get into Sons of Anarchy, but I couldn't really get into it. I mean, it was just...
I couldn't either.
It couldn't catch me. I don't know what it is, and I love normally like outside world. I love biker gangs and stuff. I'm like, oh man, I want to be in a biker gang, really badass like that. But when it starts, with all this because it's like underground political type of crap,
Right.
Just
yes, a lot of that happens
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really into that kind of like what's that show that's on Netflix? I think it's like House of Cards or
Oh,
something
House
like
of Cards.
that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's about political stuff. I held on for a little while because it was Kevin Spacey. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
But, like I said, the political stuff, I can't really get into. I'm just like, oh, God. Let's get to the end of this. Whatever.
I actually really enjoy Sons of Anarchy. I really like that show. I mean, like I just got so into it. My wife's into it. I mean, so it's rare when we're both trying to watch, a show together, and it's I can't say no. I mean, I just really really enjoy it.
I'm proud of you, Jay. I'm really proud of you.
So I did that, and of course I did a little bit of some other clacking. I did like a little bit of Halo, and the.
Oh, you got the Master Chief Assist collection?
Yeah, I got the. Well, I played the Halo 5 beta. I was playing that.
Word.
Trying to see what that's all about. And I think that's really it. Just besides like movies. Went to see the Hobbit.
Yeah, which we'll get into. We'll get into that a bit later.
Yeah, and just that, and just relaxing, man. I actually needed rest. I mean, like I slept. Which was good. So when I went back to work, I wasn't like horrible. I wasn't too like exhausted where like it was just like, oh my God, I hate being here. I mean, I still do, but
love y'all.
Love you, hate you. FAFC.
Oh man,
that's
good.
Was pretty much it.
That's good. You had a relaxing holiday. Yeah, what about you, Makita?
Let's see, what did I do for the holiday? Like I said, I told you guys I work 2 jobs, so I've been working like 80-hour work weeks and stuff. It's been really, really crazy.
Wow.
I haven't really been doing much. I actually did I work? I think I worked on Christmas.
What?
The days like were really mushed together.
So you don't even remember what happened. You're just like, I was working this day and then I went to sleep,
like
and
seriously, I'm like, what?
Work.
It was like one really long day. But I didn't do anything special. I took a hiatus from the Zombie Gamer Online for a little bit because I couldn't work on it as much.
Right.
But and I didn't want to like half-ass it, I just wanted to get on there and put my best into it, and I didn't want to like start writing an article and there's all these misspellings and stuff because I'm so tired. So I decided to leave it in until like next week. Next week is when I'll definitely be able to dedicate more time to it. I did a couple of like Let's Play videos, and my favorite one so far is Fist of Jesus. I did that.
I saw that little post. I've been wondering about that. You gotta talk about that one.
that was a weird ass game. Like I was sitting here and someone recommended it to me, and I'm just like. Okay, I have to have this because it's Fist of Jesus. Like, why wouldn't that catch your attention? And it's got like, like Jesus with his heart holding a heart in his hand, like he just like grabs it out of his chest. It's got like blood written Fist of Jesus on there, and basically it's about, I don't know if yeah, right, exactly. But the story takes place around Judas and Jesus, and what happens is. That story, I don't know if you guys are Christians or not, but that story where Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead? Well, in this particular game, he rose Lazarus from the dead, but something went wrong and Lazarus turned into a zombie, so he started attacking everybody. Yeah. And it's like a really fun game. It's a great time killer. I'm kind of hoping they have it as like a mobile game because I played it on a computer, but it plays more like a mobile game, because it doesn't really. It has some variety, but not enough variety to really call it like something that you would just sit at your computer all day. Maybe a little kid would or something, but. It seems like a game that you would kind of like finger tap. Jesus is all got like these like Shaolin moves. He's like, it's time for divine punishment. And
Wu-Tang.
All these things on the side are really cool. Like they have like when you get like combos, they say like Amen, praise you Jesus, hallelujah. It's hilarious. It's a really hilarious game. Yeah. It's a great game.
Oh
So
my gosh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
that's the last thing that I did over the holiday besides like sleep to death. But
And that's a PC
yeah,
game.
yeah, it's a PC game. I got it on Steam. I bought it for like I think it was like $3. I bought it for. So I was like, what the
Oh, I
hell?
gotta
Fine.
check that out.
Yeah, it's really
I
fun.
gotta check that out. That sounds crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny. Awesome, 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 awesome. Well, we know what you did. Worky work, work. But I actually did try to get a little bit of gaming in. I didn't get a chance to watch any movies that like were in the theater. That is, I watched like I watched stuff that was on like HBO or Showtime or something like that. But I did a lot of traveling. Not a lot of traveling. I traveled down to North Carolina, see some
Okay,
family
like
while I was
a
down there,
continent.
and it was funny because honestly, I thought my Christmas was going to be a nightmare on wheels. I really did. My kids were not getting along. They were getting into fights like every 15, 20 minutes here at home, like for all of December. So I was prepared to be totally frustrated and pissed off all Christmas break, right?
Mm.
And we got in the car, and I guess it was like you know, the the way the car rides or something, but it mellowed everybody out. I didn't have any problems driving down there, which was amazing because we had to make certain that my 2-year-old daughter like enjoyed whatever it was they were watching. So I was thinking it was gonna be chipmunks all the way down, all the way down to DC, and then Veggie Tales all the way down to North Carolina and back, right? But for some reason, I think she wanted. I forget what movie they put on. They put on something like Spy Kids or something, or Diary of a Wimpy Kid or something like that, and she liked it and she watched it. So everyone was cool. And we got down there, and I thought there was gonna be, how every once in a while you get those two family members that you're like, that they're gonna bump heads at some point throughout the course of a week because they're around each other. And none of that happened. I got to my aunt's house with all my first cousins. We did like karaoke. The kids did like a little makeshift Christmas play for everybody. My 92-year-old grandma was there chilling, messing around with everybody, laughing and having fun. It was a great time.
Right.
It was one of the best Christmases I've had in a long, long, long time. Really, really good
Wow.
Christmas. And I didn't even get to clack that whole week. I didn't get to play any games at all that whole week.
So what you're saying is that my plan to destroy your Christmas didn't work.
Nope. I'm sorry, but it did work. Had a great one. You blessed my Christmas, girl. That's what you did.
Yay.
But yeah, Christmas was great. Came back the week of New Year's, and I basically went into a Dragon Age Inquisition coma. That was almost all I played, almost all week. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Dragon Age is such a good game. I was so upset. I didn't play any. Not
Oh, you
one
didn't?
lick. Not one lick of Dragon Age. So, hey.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do actually have stuff that we'd love to get into and talk to you guys about. Most of it, of course, is going over just different things that we encountered, watched, viewed, played over the course of December, even getting into the new year. But kind of wanted to start off and just gloss over like some of the holiday movies, if anyone saw any of the holiday movies over the holiday break. I know you saw the Hobbit, the
Hobbit.
Nation, right?
Yes, I did.
So tell me about it, because I know I've heard.
Did you see it?
No. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I've heard
Oh.
mixed about it. I've heard some people say plenty of action, not any story. They hated it. They thought it was the worst one of like all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Really?
Yes, and then I heard other people that said, yeah, it was okay, but they could spot other Lord of the Rings movies that they thought were better.
Yeah, I could definitely say that. But for what it was, I thought it was pretty good.
Mhm.
Did you guys read any of the books or the book?
Oh yeah, of course. It was
So,
a long time
like,
ago.
Yeah, like basically you've got
Top 5
uh,
armies.
you got the five armies. I mean, they switched up the story a little bit at the end because And I believe in the original Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies was small. It wasn't as big as it was
in the movie.
this.
Uh-huh.
Right. And, you know, they, like I said, they switched up the story a little bit. But, I mean, pretty much we all knew, like, you know, from Desolation that at the end of that movie, there wasn't much more to go from the actual book, The Hobbit. I mean, it was like another, technically, you watch another half an hour of the, you know, Battle of the Five Armies, and that's the Hobbit book right there. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
And then they, you know, they twisted it up with the whole Battle of the Five Armies, and they introduced that into it, and it was just ridiculous fight scenes. I mean, there was CGI all over the place
for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, there were a few things that I found disappointing. Bard, you know, he has a big part in, you know, the Hobbit book, and you know he's there, and pretty much like after he kills the dragon, that's it. You kind of don't barely see him anymore. You kind of like, oh, what happened to him?
Right. Yeah, because he was a pretty big character in the second one.
Right, and then they have this other character, Bayun, which is the skin changer. You know, they went into him in detail in, you know, Desolation, and he kind of like drops off, and then he has like, you know, 10 seconds of screen time.
It was like, I'm here, hey, I'm in the movie, bye.
I'm gonna turn into the wolf, and I'm gonna eat up like 2 kids, and I'm gonna run away. You know, that's pretty much it. So like little things like that was kind of disappointing. Doesn't really take away from the movie, but
it just felt like a whole.
Yeah, it felt like characters that, you know, that were important to the movie. You know, like those characters that were important to the movie got left off. But like as far as the stuff go with the dwarves and you know, Bilbo and Gandalf and all of that stuff, the Battle of the Five Armies. I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, it's not No Return of the King, but I thought it was still really good. I mean, it's very entertaining. It's about like a 2.5 hour movie. I mean, it goes by quick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the extended version will be like what, 3 hours?
Yeah, probably like 3 hours 15 minutes.
Yeah,
you know, but I thought it was great. I mean, I'd definitely go see it again. I mean, I'm not usually a 2-time, you know, theater person, but I mean, you could tell from the from the movie, the dough has been breaking in.
Yeah,
it's been #1 for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, this holiday season, like the lineup for movies was kind of weak. There wasn't really a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot that I really wanted to see.
No, I don't. You're right. There probably wasn't that much to see, but like I mean, like people were probably downloading the interview. You know, but,
yeah, they were probably downloading the movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So, but like like I said, Hobbit was good. It was definitely a good movie. It wasn't like, you know, something horrible, or you know, people were like, oh, you know, if I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it. Personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, I don't want to give too much of it away, but I really enjoyed the movie. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
I get
Pretty
it.
good.
You. So did you get a chance to see any other movies?
No, that was the only movie that was it. That was.
I know. I feel bad too.
I planned for the end of the year. I probably was gonna see the interview because of all the hype, but after they pulled it out the theater, you know, and then they brought it back in, then they had it on Netflix, or not Netflix, or whatever the hell they were selling it on.
It was somewhere.
Yeah.
It was somewhere out there. You know, people were downloading it for free. They were paying $2 for it. It was on Xbox. It was on PlayStation. You know, it was all over the place. I mean, from my side, I didn't think it was going to be a good movie anyway. But you know, all the craziness about it with, you know, North Korean people trying to blow up shit. It's just.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about going to see it either.
Yeah.
What about you, Makita? If you were gonna go and see one of the movies during the holiday season, which one would you probably see if you had the chance to go see one during the holiday season?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you cut out.
I did?
I cut out from the call.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
I was like, rude.
No. What? Was there like a movie that you kind of had your eyes on? Like, you know what? If I have a chance, I'm gonna go check this out.
Oh man, you know, if there were anything, I wanted to go and see like Annie just to show
Yeah, I did too.
support. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it's like,
Hmm.
a lot of people were given that look. I forget her name. I know it starts with a Q, and I don't want to butcher. I really don't want to butcher her
It
name.
starts with the Q.
Because I hate
I'm
when
gonna
people
find it.
butcher my name.
I'm gonna
So,
find it and I'm gonna butcher
um,
it for you, just so you don't have to
oh
worry
my
about being in
gosh, here
trouble.
we go.
I'm
No,
gonna
but I
go
wanted
do
to show
that.
support because a lot of people were giving that little girl some crap just for, being Annie, like as if it matters if Annie is black or not. So I was just like, let me
Hmm.
just
Well, it
show
does,
some
Okay,
okay?
grace.
here it is. Here it is. Okay, Kavinzane Wallace. Yes,
Hey,
Maybe.
hey.
that is my like futile attempt at her name. I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl.
But yeah, she's an excellent actress, and
Hmm.
I heard some mixed reviews for that as well. There were some people that were like, "Oh, I really loved it. It was fun." There was some people like, "Oh, whatever, I don't really like it." But I was avoiding the interview like a plague because I'm like, people were like really upset. They were like, "Oh, they took it at the movie theaters that you're letting the terrorists win." I'm like, "Okay,
I
y'all are
don't know about
playing
all
like
that,
this
What?
guy
Like, did
is
they get a
nuts."
prize?
but did they get a
Huh?
prize?
Did
That's
they
what
get
I'm
a prize?
saying. I'm like, it's a freaking movie. It was probably whack anyway. And like
I know, right?
people, I was just like, okay, so you would rather like this guy is like itching to press the nuke button, and he's just like,
Over a movie.
yeah, over a movie. He's itching, but he's off. So it's kind of like, okay, you want to watch a movie, or do you want to take the chance of getting your family blown up? I would rather just chill with the movie, just make it go to DVD anyway. It seems like one of those Disney movies that go like straight to DVD anyway.
Uh
So I'm just like, whatever, come on, like let it go. But I
Let
had
it
no
go.
plans.
huh. Let it
Right,
go.
I had no plans of watching that movie whether it was free or not.
Yeah.
It looked like crap. Wasted my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't interested in it either. But I what? Well, just because I am the daddy that I am, my kids really wanted to see. I felt bad because I wasn't able to take them. But my kids really wanted to see that movie Big Hero 6. I heard that was really good.
Oh wow.
I really wanted to see Interstellar. I've heard a lot of people say that was pretty good. Um, what was the other one that was supposed to be good that came out? Well, my sister loves the Hunger Games, and she said that it was, that it was good. She went and saw that. Um, just out of shock therapy, because I've seen the other two movies. A part of me wants to see the new VHS Viral movie that came out. I don't even think it hit the theaters that much, but if you guys haven't seen VHS yet, this is one of those.
I've seen it. Is that
You've
when
seen
those
it?
dudes go? When those dudes go to that mansion and they find the VHS tapes, and then it's like
All
a
those
really
weird
bad.
short stories and stuff
Yeah,
on each one of
dude,
the
that's
tapes.
so
It's
stupid, man.
weird.
Oh
It's
my
weird.
god,
I
yo,
saw
that thing
the
was killing me.
I saw that one, and some of them I thought were good. Some of them were just horrible. The second one I watched, they tried to kind of piece it together into a story a little bit more than the first one. So it
Okay.
was a
Yeah,
bit it was a bit more hokey, and it wasn't quite as good to me as some of the ones that were in the first one. But just out of principle, kind of like when I got hooked in to see Paranormal Activity for like 3 movies, and I feel horrible for doing that. But a part of me still wants to see this one, just to see how good slash bad it is. It's probably gonna be bad, but it's one of those bad movies that I just want to watch for some reason.
Ugh, I don't know if I can handle it. The first one, the first one I got
First one
through
was just
about.
weird. It was a good
It
Netflix. It
was,
was a good Netflix movie. I was glad I
and
didn't
that's
pay for
exactly where I saw it, and I was just like, this thing is just what?
it.
And because
um.
a friend of mine he's like, "Yo, Jay, you gotta check this out." I'm like,
Mhm.
"What?" It's like, yeah, it's so good, man. I'm like, for real?
He be like, yeah. No.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
No. Me and my wife, if we ever get a chance, we definitely want to see Horrible Bosses 2. Even though I know it's probably a train wreck. I loved the first Horrible Bosses, but I'm pretty certain this second one's gonna be bad. Just out of principle.
Yes, that's that. I had the same feeling about that one, but
I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm pretty certain it is bad. I want to see top 5. I have no idea how good bad that is, but I want to see top 5.
I heard it wasn't bad.
Really?
Yeah, I heard it was pretty decent.
Yeah,
so
I want to see that. Of course, the Hobbits, Annie, and that was really it.
See,
Selma, I kind of want to see Selma. I haven't heard too much about that, but I kind of want to see it.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I want to see that too.
That looks good. Yeah, Selma looks good.
I
definitely want to see that.
But
That's this month, right?
Yeah, it came out on Christmas, I think.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, lots of holiday movies were out. There were some that were good. If you guys thought they were good, or if you heard about any of those, definitely let us know. Tell us which ones to see, not to see. Tell me not to go see VHS Viral, because I'm probably not going to pay for it, but I'm going to find it anyway. I'm going to watch it. I just want to see it. Daggone it. I want to be disappointed. So, Thick Nation, I know you put this up here on our little listing of stuff that we're going to check out. We were going to talk a little bit about the upcoming games that are on tap for 2015 that we're all looking forward to.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm still fiending for my game, Witcher 3, but those fools keep disappointing me.
Nope, don't say that. They're not disappointing you. They are making certain that they don't put out something that doesn't work, that's buggy, and is crap. They are doing what they should do.
Really,
they
are doing what they're supposed to do.
If I get the game, you know me how I get when I want a game and it's
I want it now.
I get bent, yo. I get bent. I remember like a few years back. BJ know I like baseball, right? So I bought this not MLB, it was like a 2K baseball, right?
Yeah.
And they sent it out on some bad discs.
Yup.
And when you couldn't have no save games, so every time you put it in, it was like new. I was tight. I was tight for like a month, and I hated it. I was like the worst experience ever. Of course, he clowned me all the time because I can't play my game.
He had a brand new game for like how many months? It was like a month, and you could barely play it.
Yeah, you could barely play it. You know, you had to wait for the update, and they were trying to fix it, but it was still.
I was rolling.
So,
I was rolling that whole time. I was like, "Yo, Jay, how's that MLB?"
Because I was talking about it. It was like I was looking. I was like, "Yo, this game."
Yo, it's gonna be so tight. Oh my god, it's gonna have this. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be hitting home runs. Oh.
Psych.
It was kind of disgusting. So, like, so I mean, I was expecting Witcher, of course, in December, which didn't happen. Then they pushed it back to February. Now it got pushed back to May.
Yep.
So I'm a little.
You're a little salty.
A little salty, but I still want. I'm still excited to play that. That's like my number one. My number 2 on here is probably going to be Uncharted 4. Psyched about that. I saw a demo of it and it looks fantastic.
Word.
True. There's one that it's an indie game. No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking forward to that. That looks fantastic. Of course, Halo 5.
Yeah.
Played the beta a little bit. I know we're gonna get into that in a little bit. And the Division, surprisingly, I think that's gonna be a good game.
That I want that for some reason. I have no idea why, but it looks good.
It looks good. It looks like it has a lot of interesting things going on there. So I'm excited for that. And of course, I want to play the new Batman game.
Oh yeah.
Around Batman's punch.
The Batmobile.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be good. And of course, Evolve. That looks fantastic.
It
Also,
was fun. The beta
Cannot
was,
get
the
over
alpha
that.
was fun. I enjoyed
yeah.
that. I love
But
playing. I love playing Godzilla and like eating people, and like
yeah,
so. It
I
was
like
fun.
pretending to eat
I
people.
do. I was like killing all the little animals and stuff, and eating them, and going nom 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 cookie, and then running around, batting people all over the place, eating them too, and then like running away, and they couldn't catch up to me, and then I like set a trap for them and leap out the bushes like nom nom nom, and then run away again. It was pretty
yeah,
fun.
yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed that alpha. And then I got a couple of games I'm not sure about quite
Oh,
yet. There's one that's called Until Dawn, and
until dawn. I don't
yeah,
remember that one.
I think it's a PS4 exclusive.
Hmm.
Um, I've been looking at some of the trailers for it on PS4, and that looks pretty good.
Hmm.
I'm not sure about Battlefront. I don't know how that's going to port over in the next console, on the new consoles, but we'll see. I'm iffy about that. Not sure if I really want that or not.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know. There's nothing else out there really after those that I'm Battlefield Hardline doesn't even look interesting to me.
Yeah. Not
Quantum
interested in it
Break,
either.
that one looks kind of like
I,
I'm maybe
I don't
interested.
know. It's
I'm maybe
weird.
interested. Yeah,
I have
but
no
I'm not
idea what that's
sure about
about.
it.
That looks like something you look at rather than play.
Yeah, it's actually. Have you ever played Heavy Rain?
You know what? That's one of
Oh
those games that
yeah.
I have that's still in the wrapper.
Really?
I keep.
What?
I'm serious.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
still in my
yeah.
PS3
Such a good
wrapper,
game.
and I haven't had a chance to break it out and like dig into it like I want to. It's sitting right back there on my shelf.
I got
It's
that game. I got that game really, really late, like literally like 2 years ago. I think wasn't that like one of the first games that
It was.
came out for like PS3?
It was, yeah.
And I
um
got it for like
It
I
came
got it
out
for
like the first
$2
year.
or
It was
something
like
that.
it was like within like the first year or two that the PS3 was out. I remember that. It was pretty
And
early.
I
yeah,
played
it's,
it and the game was crazy. I'm like, what the hell
yeah,
is going on here?
yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and
I
the
enjoyed
endings were really awesome.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good mystery game there. Psychological stuff. It's really, really, really good game. I enjoyed playing it. And Quantum Break has some elements of that. So that's kind of what it looked like, kind of that feel to it,
Mhm.
from what I can tell. So I'm not really sure about that one yet, 100%, but that looks like I could be
It
interested
could
in
develop
playing.
into something that you'll want to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid another Destiny fiasco. That's pretty much it.
Basically. Lord have mercy. But I'm
I
sure
tried
there'll
to
be one of those.
I
There's
tried to
always
save
one.
my friend from that because she's like, "Oh yeah, I got PS4. I'm gonna get Destiny. I'm gonna give me
Do it.
Destiny." And I was like, "Your boyfriend doesn't love you," and she's like, "Why? Because he's getting you Destiny. That's why. He's not thinking. He wants you to throw yourself from off of a bridge. That's what he wants you to do. He's setting
You
you up."
will.
Yeah. Like, no, but that game is like, it's beautiful, but it's no.
I've actually found hey, Doom is back on Xbox. He got booted out, but he's back in, baby.
Oh, he got
yeah, his
they
you got him as your
silenced his account or whatever. Yeah, I haven't seen him on.
Well, he got a new account. It's called Doom's Back, baby.
Doom's back.
So he's been like, Jay, how do you like Destiny? I'm like, dude.
It
I
sucks.
said after I beat the campaign, I said there was not much going on. I said,
I didn't even beat the
everything-
campaign.
huh?
I didn't even beat the campaign. I just stopped.
Dude, it's
altogether.
short. It's like 4 or 5 hours, and
Wow.
that's the whole campaign, and everything else is
Filler.
on the same planet, in the same spot, doing
The same
miscellaneous-
thing.
Yeah,
You're doing the
pretty
same
much-
thing as in the regular mission, as in
Yeah.
the regular story modes.
That's pretty much it. But they just shorten them up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really it. And then the only thing else after that is multiplayer.
Multiplayer.
So
Multipass.
everybody- yeah, pretty much multipass.
Yeah, multipass.
So and he's like, "Yo, man, I'm on that hardcore, son. I'm a level 28." I'm like,
Boo.
"Yeah, so." The only thing I actually like doing in Destiny these days, I'll run around the Citadel, dancing and pointing at
Wow.
I'll be pointing everybody out. I'll be
Do,
like,
do, 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 do,
hold
do.
that,
Uh.
hold that. Yeah. Then I'll be doing that breakdancing joint. Be like, then
Pop it
what
and
I
like
do-
it. Pop it and like it. Pop it
And
and like
while I'm in the middle of dancing, I'll sit down real quick, right? Then I'll pop back up. Just,
it. You're special. So
that's like the most fun I have in Destiny.
you're crazy. You are crazy. What about you, Makita? Is there anything in 2015 yet that's on your list that you're looking out for aside from the apparent, the king apparent right now, Witcher 3?
Yeah, I can't get enough of Witcher 3. Are there any games I'm really looking forward to? Probably Dying Light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Because zombies and monsters, I'm there.
They
I'm
just go hand in hand for some reason.
screaming, but I'm there. Mortal Kombat, that's gonna be
Yes,
hot.
MK10, which I am always horrible in, but I will buy it and play it just so I can say that I did.
Right. Let's see. What other games? I can't really put my finger on a lot of things, like, because there's just, I think I've just kind of been
disappointed too often.
easily turned off by everything that has been, hyped up with like next gen consoles.
Right.
I haven't really had a reason to get a PS4 one in a hurry. I'm probably gonna get a PS4 really soon, but I'll probably end up playing more games on my PS3 because I have more games for that. Right. There's nothing that that really has stuck out to me except for Dying Light, The Witcher 3, and Mortal Kombat 10. So I don't know, maybe this year is gonna bring something awesome.
Oh, it will. You know how the year usually goes. It usually starts. Yeah. It's usually dead for like the first quarter, and then all of a sudden you get near E3, and all of a sudden kablooey, buzz just starts flying all over the place, and then all of a sudden you get a couple of surprises that you weren't really expecting in September that are really good, and then the holiday season is big rush. That's typically how it rolls. Typically. But let's see here. And you know me, I'm the optimist. Forever the optimist. So there's always a lot on my plate. Always a lot I'm looking forward to. And always a lot that I get disappointed by. But I'm always happy because I always play a lot of different stuff. I am definitely looking forward to Witcher 3. Honestly, I feel horrible because I haven't even played Witcher 2 yet. So I got to get on the ball on that.
Actually, if you want to play it, I believe if you jump on your Xbone,
I've already got it for free. I think I got it for free on one of those deals. I can't remember whether it was on the 360 or the PS3, but I've got it for free on one.
I know it was one of those free games they were giving away. So yeah. I think it was either.
I think it was on the Xbox.
Yeah.
So I gotta get on the ball on that. I was loving Evolve. I'm interested to see how and if they do something for their story mode. I want to see how that goes because I was hearing that there is one, but we'll see how that goes because I had a lot of fun playing the alpha. Of course, Halo 5. I'll be into that. That's just a standard for me. I am really, and I know Jason's gonna laugh at me for this one. See, he already laughing right now.
Because I can only guess what you Dynasty Warriors 12.
No. It's related though. It's related. It's this game I was telling you about called Kingdom Under Fire 2. It's a PS4 exclusive that's gonna be free. It's a free massive multiplayer online RPG that's gonna be on the PS4, and it's the whole like I was telling Jay before. It's kind of in the whole hack and slash genre, but it has some really deep strategy elements because you have to command your armies on top of being in the actual battle. So, I remember the very first one I played on the original Xbox, it was Kingdoms Under Fire, the Crusaders. you had command of all these armies. You had to use your resources to buy different unit types, and you had to be certain that if you had cavalry, that your cavalry weren't standing still because they get torn apart by infantry. So you had to make sure you commanded them to do certain patterns in the midst of battle. If you were getting torn up by cavalry, you had to have spearmen, and those spearmen had to be positioned just right so that they would, place their spears so that when the cavalry came, that they'd tear apart the cavalry. If you had archers, you had to place them in the right spot so that they had a good vantage point and they weren't attacked. Different things like that. And then on top of that, in order to influence the battle, you would have to find the generals of each one of the enemy's armies. And you'd have to attack and battle him in the midst of being in the, with a whole bunch of fodder that are all around you, right? And you could set traps for different units. You had to disarm traps. You could get ambushed. You could set up ambushes. There were like dragons and wyverns and titans and catapults and stuff. There were all kinds of different units that you could upgrade your armies to and buy and sell and all other kinds of stuff. And it made for a really, really interesting, it wasn't your typical Dynasty Warriors hack and slash, just go through 2,000 dudes with like the same 3 maneuvers. It was actually difficult, and you actually had to use strategy in order to get through the battles, or
sounds almost like
you get torn apart.
Civilization or something like that.
I guess you could. It's not really, not at all. It's not really like Civilization at all, because at Civilization, when you're looking at the battles and stuff, it's more from, okay, here's your city right here, here's your city right here, here's like a big group of this one type of unit, attack the city. This is actual battlefield. You're actually on the battlefield. So if you've played Dynasty Wars, it looks like it, but you have other elements to your controls where you actually incorporate all the strategy and commanding all your units and such. I think it's released now, of course, overseas in like Korea and China and everything. So they've been playing it for like the last year or so. But when they heard that about the whole architecture for PS4 and everything, and how beneficial it was for their system to work on it, they were like they would be able to easily port it to the PS4, and that it would actually run better on the PS4 than it would on the version that they have online currently. So me personally, I'm excited for it because I miss that game with a passion. I love playing strategy games, but of course, anytime you've seen something like StarCraft or the old Warcraft and stuff, you've got all those units on the field, and I'm like, dude, I want my massive general guy that I put like this massive magical sword or something. I want him to do more damage or take out so and so. It's like you want those real specific units to do more than what all the other little units on the field are. And in games like this, Kingdom Under Fire, you have that opportunity. You can take control of that general that you just outfitted with, magic sword, this and such armor and all that other kind of stuff. So you influence the battle as well as command the battle. So that's where the difficulty comes in, because you have to split your time between doing both and keep track of what's really going on. So I'm looking forward to that. What was that other game? Definitely The Division. I'm looking forward to this one game. I don't even know if it was an indie game or not, but they were talking about it at E3. I think this past year, called Helldivers. It's like a top-down shooter that's supposed to be like really, really difficult or whatever. I'm pretty much the only reason I'm looking forward to that is because I want something to play on my ding-dang PS Vita. And that was one of them. That looked interesting that I wanted to play.
How many games are on the PS Vita? Like what? Like 15, maybe 20?
No, there's a decent amount that are on there. It's just that most of them are like weird Japanese role-playing games and strategy games that, I'm sure they're good, but they're just for me, they're just so off base and so off color that I know that if I started playing them, I wouldn't really be able to get into them, or I really wouldn't want to finish them. I don't know. I think that part of my gaming career is done. I used to do that a lot when I had like the the original PlayStation and they had all those Japanese RPG games for the original PlayStation and the
Right.
PS2, and it was like you could go and get one for like $20 and it would be the greatest role-playing game you played since the last Japanese RPG you played, Of course the storyline would always be like the same or typical, but you would still have a lot of fun because the controls or the way they had it all set up would always be great. But I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the mood for them anymore. I don't know what it is.
Because they suck.
No, they're not bad. I used to like them, but it's just not there for me anymore. So I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, a part of me wants either a 3DS or a Wii U because there are some things that I'm looking at on Nintendo that Nintendo's coming out with that I want to play. Like the new Zelda that's coming out, I want to at least try it. And I know it's not going to be a 3DS title. It's going to be a Wii U title. So
Wii U?
Yeah, Wii U.
Whatever.
I really, really, really want to play Super Smash Brothers. That just looks like too much fun. And
you know what? I'd never get into those Super Smash Brothers games. I mean, you know what they look like? They look like fun for 10 minutes. You're like, you know what? This is some bullshit. And then you're done.
I think they look fun to me.
I've had a lot of games where I've played that are like that. You be like, yo, this game is off the hook. And then like literally after a few days, you're like, yo, I'll never play that shit again.
Okay, give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
I'm on IGN, right? And there'd be crackheads for that game. And I'll look at it, and my nephew has one of the older version on his, his 2DS.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's, like I said, it's fun for a little bit. And then after a while, you're like, stop it.
Well, I don't know. I saw,
but a lot of people like it.
I saw the dynamics of a lot of the gameplay and a lot of the characters when I was walking around watching people at Comic-Con, and then I actually watched one of the little tournaments that they were streaming on Twitch, and it was one of the few times that I've watched a tournament on Twitch where the people, that were what's the term? Not telecasting, the broadcasters, the people that are just talking about what's going on in the action, they were actually giving you insight as to what characters could do what, why, how, and what benefits and disadvantages each one of them had. And this game is deep. It's like I was like, damn, I didn't know. It was like, yo, they were like, oh yeah, Princess, what's her name, what's her face, can really tear it up with the such and such. I was like, oh, word. He was like, yeah, watch the such and such drop on top. Oh, he used the such and such. Oh my god, he did the such and such. He was getting all hyped. I was like, damn, son. I was like, I want to do that too. So I was watching the dudes do it, and they were watching they would watch each other and say, oh, you're playing on this map or on this board or whatever, then that means one of them should probably, you actually have to think about what character you use based on what board that they have, because some characters are better vertically and some characters are better with a long playing field. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of strategy in this. This is pretty deep, so it's like a part of me just wants to get into it once so I could do what me and Jay did that one time when we thought we were good at Halo. Go to that one tournament, play like that one match, and be like, yes, we got wiped out. I'm done. I'm going home. Just to say that I played in a tournament. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what it is. It's like there's something about this year that I'm like, I want to go to a tournament and play something, and I don't want it to be freaking Call of Duty because I'm sick of playing like a first-person shooter.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that game. Gosh, please.
Let's do NBA, son. We could at least catch a little round.
Actually, I think there's one. There's actually one tournament that I keep seeing that's in like North Jersey, in like the North Jersey, like I guess you could call it upstate New York, but it's really Nyack, New York, near the Palisades. This one group called King of the Couch or whatever, they keep putting out little tournaments in that area, and I think like their next one is is near the Palisades area at the end of January. And I think they do NBA Live. I think they do Call of Duty, NBA. I think they got Super Smash Brothers 2 and something else. So I don't know. I want to do something.
We should look into that and get out there and do some NBA.
Mm-hmm. Because that's my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna try something competitive this year. Something. I don't know what. Something. Even if it's like MLG, you know, like online, and do something like at home and just say, "Ha! Screen pick. Gotcha, bitch. I won." You know what I mean? I'm gonna do some of that, at least a little bit of that this year. So that's my New Year's gaming resolution for the year. But yeah, there's a decent list of stuff that I'm looking forward to, and I'm certain that there's gonna be more that drop. You know, it's always that way. As you start going through the year, they start saying, "Oh yeah, we've been working on this game for 2 years, but we didn't tell anybody. It's coming out next week." You're like, "What? Next week?" You know, something like that. So you know, I'm hyped. I think this is gonna be a good year. I was surprised at the quality of games that came out for the next gen systems. I thought all of them were gonna be butt, and some of them ended up being decent. So you know, I'm interested to see what they come up with for this upcoming year. Now that they've kind of gotten the swing of things in terms of developing.
There's some interesting things, like even Microsoft. They're opening up more power, CPU power, and RAM to developers, which is nice because nobody's actually using their Kinect, aka mine is dismantled and it's right here.
I still talk to mine. I like mine. I use mine all the time.
Okay, I don't talk to you. Xbox.
Shut up! Don't say anything. Shut up! Shut up! Nope. Nope.
Okay, you see this? Look, I'm seeing you.
No, it's not. It's not seeing Jack.
I haven't used that thing probably in about, I can honestly say, maybe like 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
I just took it off. I mean, it doesn't give my Xbox any more horsepower, but it's just, I don't, unless you're playing a Kinect game. I mean, it was so, you know what was annoying about it?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'd want to play a 2-player game,
mm-hmm.
Like if you want to play a 2-player game without it, you just turn the controller on, you select second player, and you go. When you turn that sucker on, it wants to know who the second player is.
It flips up. You're like, "Oh, get off the screen! Damn it!"
Yeah, pretty much, yo. And what was happening is, like, you know, I have my nephews over. We playing NBA, right? And say somebody put the controller down, somebody will walk by and it tries to scan their face real quick.
I think there's a setting where you can turn that off, because it used to do that with me all the time too. But I turned that off.
Right, but it's a lot of work to do some of these like silly things. So you know, it was just a little painful.
Disconnect, disconnect the connect.
Pretty much. So, you know, use some of that power for other things.
Say word. So, Biggie, we got a little time before we get off the games. This is tell me what you thought about the beta, the Halo 5 beta.
Halo 5 beta, dude. You know what? I've never been like a really good Halo player. I mean,
you did.
You know, I did. You know,
because I was nice, son. I was nice.
No. You know,
actually, I was horrible. I was not good.
We weren't horrible, but you know what?
No, I was bad.
We would have like off games. You know, like
I'd have a lot of off games.
Yeah, we'd have more bad ones than good ones, and Halo 2 is the one I was really good at, and then like after like Halo 3 and even 4, it's just like it just seemed like Halo was a lot of work. Yeah, it was just like,
because I know you, Jay. I know you got what you got pissed off at was you were pissed off because it took too many bullets to take out one person. Because I remember that's what you were telling me. You were like, dude, I can shoot somebody in Call of Duty and they be dead in 2 shots. Freaking Halo, I'm spending 5 clips on this one dude, he won't die.
Won't drop, right? And then you know what I hate? I don't know if these dudes are using aimbot or what, but like I'm playing, and now they got the instant replay on the Halo 5, right? Yo, these dudes are no scoping me headshots. And nil.
Pow.
And you know, like when you use the battle rifle, you get like two shots to the dome and you're done,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they catching me, man. And like,
Oh.
yeah, and from a distance, they don't even scope in. And I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit. And
Wow.
It just means you
it's,
suck, Jay. That's all it means.
hey, I
Because I
gotta be
can
like,
do that. I can do
I'm like, I am like the
that.
worst Halo player ever. But Halo 5 Guardians of Beta actually has some. 343 did some really nice configuration. It's not Call of Duty-ish, but you can now scope in. You know, they're
With
taking
every
advantage.
weapon.
Yeah, with every weapon, you can
Mhm.
actually use the bumper. They actually use the bumper effectively now, so which is nice. And they have this nice little strafe move where you can dodge from side to side or thrust forward.
Yep. And
So those are some,
that shoulder charge is beast. Oh,
yeah,
I
this
love that.
is
I
when you
love
hit
that shoulder
somebody with
charge.
that sucker, you could do some damage. But so far I am liking the Halo 5 beta. It's nice and shiny. It looks pretty good. And I can't wait for the full thing. You know, like I said, still a little upset. I understand you got shields and all that stuff. But, you know,
It's
I'm just
freaking
hating on.
armor, Jay. That's what I keep telling you.
I
You're
know,
not
but
playing around with two soldiers that have, like a t-shirt and a helmet on. It's
no, I
freaking
get
full
it.
suit of body armor with a
I,
shield. And you're like, oh, I gotta waste like 5 clips on this dude to get through his shield.
no,
It's
I
a
feel
shield.
you know, like I just get banned because these dudes they be catching me with headshots like you know, it's just like, and it's not like they do it once or twice; they do it all the time.
You know
And the
what
only
got
time,
me about it though? The one thing I hope they do change. I don't know if you ran into this, but I spent a good day and a half just trying to figure out if there were weapons on the ground. I couldn't see them. I didn't know where they were.
uh,
I was
no,
like, damn,
they,
where the hell is a battle rifle? You know, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a battle rifle
yeah,
or a DMR. I couldn't see Jack. And they
they
sitting
had
there,
it there. They were
they're
there.
like propped up. And the weird thing is they had them like propped up against like the wall, laying down on the floor, and it would blend in, or the wall that unless you're going slow and not running, like of course, because I
Right,
ran
see
everywhere,
it. Um,
you wouldn't see it.
well, I bounced. It looks like they added a mode because the first time I played it, they only had one mode, and it
Yeah, just
seems like
one map.
yeah, and then now they added another map with another mode.
Hmm.
The first one that I played was exactly what you were talking about. It's like, excuse me, you had to be in like they had like 4 spots, certain weapons spawn, and that was it. And
Yep.
those weapons that spawned, they were super powerful. Let me tell you, when the dudes got them, there was nothing you can do. I mean, like unless you jumped them, you weren't getting that gun. And the other mode, they had like a like on the bottom of the map, they had this thing where weapons were spawning there, and it would actually tell you.
Hmm.
It would say, "Hey, weapon spawning in 10 seconds," and you'd run down to there, and then everybody be duking it out to try who's left to get that weapon.
And you know what that reminds me of? You remember that game Unreal Tournament?
Yeah,
That's kind of
it's
what it
kind of like
reminds
that.
me of.
Yeah, kind of like that. So, you know, it was I.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's the beta. It runs relatively smooth. I was
very
happy about that. It runs fast. I
very
always felt
fast.
like the other Halo games, especially after playing something like freaking Titanfall or even most of the Call of Duty games. It always felt like once I went back to Halo, it just felt slow. You know?
Right, and I thought Halo 2 was like the fastest game alive, but after I
Hmm.
played these other games, they're just like they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you know that was I mean like I said it moved well. I enjoyed it. We'll see what happens with the finish. It's definitely a different animal because you can't be a Call of Duty Titanfall or Battlefield fan and
Hmm.
try to jump into Halo because you're gonna get angry real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
It's a whole different animal.
Yeah, the strategy is completely different.
Hmm.
And if you try it like Call of Duty, you're gonna get waxed. You'll be getting waxed. You're gonna be like 5-18 every match.
Hmm.
You'll be lucky if you get 5.
Ask Jay how he knows.
Yep. I pulled off a couple of those last week.
Oh man. So, let's see. What else were we going to talk about? We did kind of go a little bit into some of the new shows, but have any of you guys had a chance to see any of like the new and more recent shows on television, like Agent Carter or Flash or Arrow or
Well,
Sleepy
I
Hollow or
I got caught off with a little bit of a part of there. I was watching it,
mm,
and then I stopped because I got to stay loyal to my peoples, get on the show. So I'm here, and I'm going to catch the rest of Agent Carter later. But I'm excited for my shows to come back, Flash and Arrow.
mm,
I don't know if you two are on that, but you need to get on it because it's funky,
yeah.
funky, fresh.
Yeah, I gotta get on those. I just haven't had a chance. That's one of those I gotta binge watch one weekend. I might try it this weekend because I don't have anything to
Dude,
do.
if you can, binge watch season 1 and 2 of the Arrow. Season 2 you will love.
Mm.
Let me tell you, season 2 is off the hook. Deathstroke, and they bring in like some other characters. Black Canary, Arsenal. Yo, it is crazy, son.
Mm.
And I love that show. Love it. And then Flash is like, it's a lighter side of Arrow, and that I enjoy too. So, I mean, I enjoyed both series. I just get excited when they're on. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, that's cute.
I
Think he
do.
gets
I get all
excited.
geek out. Get my little, I'll be wearing my little Flash T-shirt like Sheldon on Big Bang. Get all over it. I enjoy it. I do. I really do. I'm loving that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to. Like I said before, the only thing I tried to even binge watch was Breaking Bad, and I'm still in the freaking first season of that. So I'm dead in the water with most of my TV shows except for freaking Walking Dead. That's like the only one I'm caught up on, and I'm like fiending for freaking Game of Thrones. I'm waiting for that to come back.
Yeah, when's that starting? What, like February?
I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I know supposedly there was a trailer for the new season, like in the movie theater, not too long ago. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like about Game of Thrones. It's so short. The seasons are killing me, man. It's just like 10 episodes and you're done. By the time you really start getting into it, it's like, oh, it's over. And that's kind of what I don't like. So
Yeah.
because I have my lineup out there, and then right after that, when that's done, jump over to HBO and catch Game of Thrones. So
Yeah. Yeah. So not a whole lot going on with us there on the whole TV scene, but something has been going on this week that I kind of want to talk a little bit about. I'm not certain how much news you guys have been catching off of the Consumer Electronics Show that's been going on. They've
the one that's in Cali. I went to the one that was in New York earlier this year.
They've been dropping some nuggets apparently. Wasn't certain if any of you guys have heard anything coming out of there as of late. Anybody?
Oh, let's see. I have been.
I just saw some stuff. I don't know if Sony was a part of that, but I saw some stuff that they were dropping. Like Sony had some interesting stuff. They have this. They have what's that PlayStation Now thing coming out? They have their subscription for like $20.
Let's talk about that a sec. Well, what do you guys think about that service? Because I know they've had the beta open for a while, and people were all pissed off because the whole rental schedule was kind of out of whack and expensive.
Yeah, it is. Like when hold on, I'll pop over there and I'll tell you what they be doing. I be getting people heated.
Well, I saw it and let me tell you, I looked into it recently because I saw the little press release they had. They finally said that they are releasing a new subscription portion of the service rather than just renting each game.
They're renting to get like right now, right? Flipping over there real quick.
Because they said
so right now,
they said what they're gonna do is
for an hour to play Street Fighter, whatever. It's $4.99, like for an hour.
And then it goes up like to a day, and then a week, and then 30 days or something like that.
Right,
like
and to play a game like for 30 days, you might as well go buy it.
Right, it's like 23 or like $30 or something like that to rent a game.
It's a PS3 game, so like that's kind of crappy. But I mean, I think they're trying to do.
Well, they said they're doing a subscription plan now, where they're doing it per month for like $20, and you get to play all of the games on it.
Right, it's $20 a month, and then they have another one where you can pay annual. Well,
Well,
I guess
no,
a
they've
little
got
less than annual.
yeah,
It's
they've
like
got like 3 months. It's one
yeah,
month
it's
and
a
3
3
month.
month.
Three
Right,
month
and
is like
then
$45 or something like that.
right, it's like $45, and then it's right. It's unlimited, and you could just go play whatever you want.
Right.
And I think that kicks off either the end of this week or next week. It's going
Right.
to be
Right.
available.
And I mean it's a decent. I mean it's a good idea, just mainly because there's a lot of people that are getting
Not
PS4s.
$20 a month.
Well, no, think about this. A lot of people that are getting PS4s are people that didn't have PS3s because they were saying this in their press release. They're trying to get those people to have a much larger library and get in on the whole PS3 thing, in that library without having to get a whole PS3. And so they're going to be increasing what games that they have in that library and everything. But the thing that got me that was like I may actually pay for this is it works on the Vita. And the thing, and it, of course, both of you guys know how freaking pissed off I am about the library on the damn Vita because my first year of playing with my shiny little Vita that I'm holding up now has been, I mean, the best games I've played on my Vita so far have been my freaking hack and slash games and like all of those little JRPG games that I didn't get to play back in the freaking mid '90s.
Right.
So I'm like, this is a freaking retro. Right now it's like a little retro arcade portable unit that I have in my hand right now. But with this PlayStation Now service, I mean, I don't have like the 3G set up so that I can, have the internet on all the time and stream it anywhere. But when I'm at home, I'd love to be able to pop this thing on and play, like, I don't know, what did they say they were gonna have? What are some of the games on the list that they had there, Jay?
Well,
like
they got a whole
Dead
bunch
Island.
of no-name games.
I know they had
Yeah, they
Dead
got Dead
Island on
Island,
there.
they
I'd
got
play that. Did they have Bioshock
looks like
Infinite on
fun.
there?
Yes, they do. They have Bioshock. They got Ninja Gaiden. They got Red Faction. They have. Ooh, let's see what else is this list here. They got Sniper Elite. That's Twisted Metal. That'd be a fun game to play on.
Yep.
The Resident Evil games on there. 4
Yep.
or 5. Resident Evil Chronicles. There's other games that I've been wanting to play called Catherine. Looks like fun.
Yeah, Catherine, Mass Effect's on
They got
there.
some Sigro, Crazy Taxi, Final Fantasy,
hmm
God of War.
And mind you, a lot of these, of course, are games that you can't play on the PS Vita. So I'm like, yo, this is actually a good service for somebody that has a freaking Vita that is pissed off, aka Bunny, that wants to actually play something on his device. You know what I mean?
You know what? I get that, and I understand that, but you know what? What's eating me? That $20 a month.
I mean, that eating me too, but I mean, they're gonna get somebody.
It's better than GameFly.
It is. Exactly.
It really is, and you have like a library of games that you can have
hundreds.
instead of just waiting.
Yes,
for...
hundreds that you can get right then. Yes.
You know what the thing is, like, here's what, and I'm not sure about this. I'll have to look this up. So here you go.
You better.
You got a PSN costing you $60, right? Right, and you get, because most likely, I'm just taking a guess. Most likely, you'll need that to even access PlayStation Now, right? And then you got that, so you're gonna need that for your subscription. Plus, you're gonna tack on another $20 a month. What is that? $240 a year.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm not saying it's cheap.
For
but for this damn PS Vita that I bought that cost me $200, it's all shiny and colorful and great sound and all this other crap. I want to play something on this damn thing.
Yeah, but for a year, I mean, like, if that's the case, just let me pay the $240 for the year. Get it over with. It's just I don't know. I just think that was too much. You know what? I would be fair. If they want to do that, add another like $40 to your PSN subscription. Call it at even $100, and you get both. I just think it's a lot of money for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they got and you could clickety clack your heart out however you want to. You can
Yeah.
do a monthly basis 2 months and do that. I just that little expensive. And
Well,
in my
I
experience,
think
Sony
what they're running into though
they always
is
go higher
they
than
have to be
actual. They
able to
always go higher.
pay for this service because most of these games, I think I don't
But
want to
that's
say
you know
they
what?
aren't
They
all
always go
these
higher.
games aren't theirs, so they still have to pay whatever company it is in order to even get it on the service. You know, that's number one. So, and then on top of that, those developers, they probably aren't going to get a whole lot of money in terms of royalties off of this service, since it's going to be okay. You're paying a subscription fee to play hundreds of these things at a time. So, you know,
I mean,
developers
I
are going
would
to be
tell
like,
you,
I
I
don't
can
know
see
about
from
that. You know what I
right.
mean? So
The
that's
only thing
why
I
they're
can see
like,
from
we
that is
gotta cut them a check.
if you're a game, I mean, if you're gaming all the time, like Connie, I would see where that because the only thing it'll benefit you is if you have it, if you have a Vita and you have a PS4, and you can just pick
And
up at
that's
any
it.
time you log
And
in.
you don't
So
have a PS3 because if you got a PS3, this doesn't make any sense.
right, doesn't make any sense out there, right? So that's the only thing I can kind of see,
And that's where where
but
they're
like,
marketing it to. You know, that's where they're trying
but
to get you.
here's some of those games out. Some other games that are on there, right?
Hmm.
Renegade Ops. Never heard of that one. Mars Warlogs. Don't even know what the hell that.
They're probably indie
Final
titles.
Exam. Boo. Realm of Ancient War. Yeah.
It's an early list. It's an early
You know,
list. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you remember
but
when I had that on
I
live.
think, you know what,
It's the same thing.
yeah, but you know what I think this is gonna be? It's gonna be like an early Netflix. You'll have like 15 great titles and 100 shitty games that you don't want to play. Because when you get on Netflix, you'll be like, oh yeah, look, they got Star Trek Into Darkness, Return of the Swamp Thing. What year was that made? This is what I'm talking about. There's one called Judge D, the city god case. I don't even know what the hell that is. Instead of Minecraft, they got Mousecraft.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Here's another one. Air Conflicts. I don't even remember these games coming out. Like The Cave. Wow. Okay. Matt Hazard. Who the hell is that guy? Here, and that's what I'm talking about. Thomas was alone. Yeah.
Quit hating,
okay.
Jay. Quit hating, Jay. You hating. You taking the steam out of my PS Vita right now, son. Okay?
Right. But then this is how they jack you up. Then they'll put Infamous 2 on there, right? Like, oh,
Yes!
I gotta get it right. But then you scroll down a little bit, and it's Rise of the Argonauts. Yeah, okay. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I mean, and that's why I say this isn't worth
It's.
$20.
I'm telling you, for people that have a freaking Vita and don't have a PS3, they're gonna catch a bunch of people. I'm just telling you right now, they're gonna catch people.
And they will, because that's how Netflix caught me. They were like, "Hey, listen, you can get rid of your $15 account and stream all you want with the $8.99 account." I'm like,
"Booyah!"
Because I was gonna drop their asses, right? And then I went in there, and then after I watched about like 5 or 10 good movies, and I actually started looking what they actually had. I almost choked myself because I didn't even know half of what these movies. They weren't even B movies. They were like K movies and shit. And that's what I mean.
Yeah, they had grand designs, but they couldn't execute any of it.
Right, and I'm hoping that this doesn't turn into that.
Well, I mean, it's like they said. This
$20
is.
a month.
I mean, you think about it, this is still a beta. This is the first list of games that they have, so they're planning on adding more to it. And,
oh no, the new subscription basis thing that they're trying to push is a beta. This shit is live. This is on there right now. I'm staring at it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's available. I can click on any one of these games, add it, pay from my wallet, or add a credit card, or whatever you want to do, and play one of these games right now.
Right.
So like this list, it's pretty horrible. I mean, they got Trophy Hunter here. Jeez. It's like some of these games are just like they're horrible.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, they've got
I didn't
some
even
on
know.
there though. I mean, Killzone 3's on there, Lost Planet 2, Infamous 1 and 2,
Yeah, they do, and
Mirror's Edge, Mega Man
they
9
got
and
Dead Rising, they
10,
got
Mass Effect
Darksiders
2.
2. You know, they got Dirt,
They've got their
they
bad,
got
but they've
Dynasty
got their
Warriors
good.
7.
Oh, sweet son, yeah, yeah.
you know, like yeah, they got Lost Planet 2, but who the hell is Magician Lord? Like, I don't even remember that game.
It's
Like,
that
where are these
dude.
games?
You remember that dude?
Oh yeah, yeah, Pixel Junk Monster. Orders Up. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, orders up.
You know, there's a game called that. I mean, it's
Saints Row 2, 3, and 4. They got Rocket Knight, Sam and Max, Skullgirls.
There's another one that I never of Orcs and Men.
I heard of that one. I heard.
of that.
Yeah, I heard of that one. I heard it was decent. They got Sonic. I know you heard of Sonic. You ain't heard of Sonic, I'm gonna kick you. They got Space Ace. That game's from like 1931.
Oh, they got Lemmings. All right, Lemons. They got this is Supernova.
Uh-huh.
They got Mercury HG. It's not even
Zombie
H,
Tycoon 2. I didn't even know that existed. Current
Zombie Tycoon?
dude, they got
Zombie Tycoon 2.
I did play that. Yeah, I played that game. The game is pretty fun.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
oh here are the two ultimate last games on my list.
Uh-oh.
Dynasty Warriors Strike Force.
Yes!
Yeah, boy, go for that.
That already works on my Vita. That already works on my Vita. So
here's what you can finish it off with: some farming simulator.
Yeah,
I have Farming Simulator, and it's like literally. Let me tell you something, all right? You don't want to fuck with that game because I'm sitting up there like actually trying to put this attachment to my plow, and I'm like, you have to like literally back it up, and you have to connect it and stuff, and you have to like.
And it's not working for you, right?
I can't do this.
It's like I can't connect the damn thing.
And I thought it would be because I've actually lived on a farm before, and I know all about those attachments and everything. So I was like, yeah, I got this. Can't be that hard. Whoa! Super frustrated. Yeah. Super frustrated.
Oh, they got XCOM Enemy Within. I could play that on there. They got Last of Us. They got all the Walking Dead on there. They got Shadow of the Colossus, Ico, all the Ratchet and Clank games, Port Royale. They got Pac-Man.
they got Tropico Picante.
So I mean, they got decent game. I mean, if it was like I said, I look at this list and I compare it to what I can currently play on my PS Vita, and I'm almost sold. I'm about to buy it like right now. I'm like that hype about it.
You know what? And I bet you after a month you ain't gonna pay for that next.
I'm probably not, because I'm gonna be pissed off that I can't play any of these games like walking around because I don't have my freaking 3G turned on. Because I'm not turning on my 3G on this thing. I'm not doing that. I have nowhere. I have nowhere that I have to walk around and play my PSV Vita. That's not what I need it for right now.
Well, no, you don't even have to. All you got to be someplace that have Wi-Fi and you're good.
I know, but you know how it is. You're an Optimum subscriber. You gotta sign into our network. I don't do any of that. I don't do none of that I don't even do that with my cell phone when I'm around daggone Wi-Fi places. It pisses me off. You gotta sign into the network. Bump that. If it's open that shit. Let me on. Just let me on. I ain't signing the crap. Just let me on.
Well, I don't go to places like unless you know what. I guess it's different for me. I'm either home on my Wi-Fi or I'm at a family or a friend's house that have Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
And I just jump on there.
That's it.
And I don't. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be at Little Caesars playing my PS Vita waiting for my pizza. That's just not gonna happen.
Exactly. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that'll never happen for me. I've had my iPad and I got it with the Verizon 4G card or 3G card, whatever they have there. And I don't turn it on either. I think I've turned it on once.
Right.
And I went down south and I bought, I bought like 5 gigs. I didn't use it.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Because I didn't even need it.
Right.
Like everywhere I went to, I had Wi-Fi. Yeah. So
made no sense, right?
No, does not.
Okay, so yeah, I know we got a little derailed on there, but there were actually some other stuff from daggone CES other than daggone PlayStation Now. So what else was there, people? Come on, work with me here. Work with me.
I'm
Because I've got
a
something,
bunch
but
of
I want to see what y'all
emails,
got.
like there wasn't really much that I saw there. Like I was hearing a bunch of things about like some new Kickstarters that they had featured there on some new like um external SD for like the Mac or something, and
Hmm.
then there were it was really nothing that caught my eye because I had seen a lot of the stuff already at the New York CES
Hmm.
show. So yeah, nothing too
Nothing.
crazy.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing too crazy.
What about this Sling TV service that's supposedly dropping pretty soon that Dish Network is trying to push? You
Yeah.
guys hear
I
about
don't want
that?
any. I don't want any parts of that. Dish Network.
You
Well,
know
no.
what? Sling TV. You know what's so funny? Sling boxes have been around for like 5, 7
Well,
years.
that's because they
Uh,
bought them.
yeah,
That's
you
why.
know.
That's
So
why it
like,
sounds familiar.
yeah. So like, I don't even. Basically, a Sling box is like your freaking like your those Fire thing, the Chromecast,
Right.
all
They
that.
offer all the little apps that you can get all the little separate subscriptions for and be able to do this and that. But you know
Yeah,
what you know what
everybody's gonna
this is
go.
about though, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is supposedly this is supposed to be like the breaking through that glass barrier of actually forcing cable services to allow you to customize your cable service so that you're actually buying packages of channels rather than just saying okay for $59.99 you get all the basic channels. For $79.99 you get HBO with the basic channels. You know, rather than doing that, they're actually allowing you to piece. Well, I won't say are 100% allowing you. They actually have it a little bit closer to where you can, you can purchase blocks of different cable channels and build up your subscription service to whatever it is that you really want, and it's internet based. So I'm trying to see if they had like an example. So they said for $20 a month they would have most of the popular networks, none of the local channels, but most of the popular networks, including like ESPN, CNN, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, um, did I say CNN? Discovery Channel, and a few I forget how TBS, TNT, um, like most of the ones that aren't the local channels that are typical is a part of like your basic cable service for like $20 a month, right? And then they were going to provide like other options for like HBO, AMC, and just individual little groups for small prices to add to that $20 a month so that you're able to pick and choose the ones that you want to pay for your service, just to give you an actual to give you some actual customization when it comes to your cable service. So it's like this is the first, I guess you could say, the reason why I think it's interesting is this is the first attempt to push the industry in that direction, coming from an actual cable provider. You know, so it'll be interesting to see how quickly that pushes the rest of the cable providers to start offering services in this manner. Or if they're just gonna stick to what they have, or because like
They
HBO
will.
and all the other channels, they're all pushing to have their own on-demand services that are internet based, rather than just saying, oh, do you have your cable subscription? Okay, if you have your cable subscription, then you can access HBO Go. They're actually pushing to say, hey, HBO Go subscription services, what you pay, you get everything on HBO. A lot more channels are doing that. I think AMC is getting ready to try to do that.
They're gonna try, but you know what's gonna happen? Like
What's gonna happen, Tiki?
Until people stop dropping cable, it's not gonna make a difference.
I think people have already started. At least,
Yeah, but
the reason why I say that is because what they're targeting,
people are dropping, but
the age range that they're targeting, more people are doing that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I do believe it's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon because there are too many like these cable companies. They have like people don't understand how much power they have. They have a foothold on this market like crazy. So like, when a Netflix come in, and then they're like, "Oh, we gonna change the." Yeah, you are, but you ain't gonna change it anytime soon because like when they come in
Cablevision's
and they
not gonna
snatch up.
let you.
Right. The only way they're gonna do that is get rid of their people leaving, and when people do leave because they're pissed off at the packages and they don't like it, what's gonna happen? They get such a small amount. Let's put it that way. They get such a small amount of people that cross over. It's not enough to dent the business. So like
Yet.
just say they got 100, I don't know, 100,000 customers, and they lose 1%. Big whoop. Yeah, they're not making as much money as they used to, but you know what? They could take probably a hit up to 20%.
Yep.
And
And I
that's
mean, I
that's what
think,
happened.
and like I said, I mean, this is, like I said, they're just cracking they haven't even broken through the glass. They're cracking the glass with this service because this is
Yeah,
like
right.
one of the first major attempts for them to actually push a service of this sort. So
Right.
that's why I was like, it'll be interesting to see how quickly or how slowly any of the other cable service providers decide to offer something of this sort. Because, like you said, it's coming. We probably
It's
won't.
coming.
It's probably gonna take a long time, but it's coming.
It has to.
Just from the
Right.
mere
Because
fact
let
that
me say,
HBO decided to go ahead and just offer their service. I think HBO saying, "Look, we're providing our own subscription service. You subscribe for it, and you don't have to worry about having a cable channel." To me, in my eyes, that was huge because they
it
push
is
a
huge because
lot.
you know what?
They push a lot of viewers, and when
Yeah,
viewers
because,
heard that, they were like,
yeah,
"Yay!" Because
you
that's
know
all
what
I
happened?
watch.
Yeah, that's it. Because like you know what? When you got your cable, like right now, like I got cable, right? So like that's what I have in this area. That's all I can get.
Hmm.
So if I want HBO, I gotta pay another $25 and take all these channels. And if HBO Go for me is like $10, I'm still ahead of the game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm still ahead. So I get all the stuff I want, and all I got to do is log into my HBO thing. And you know what I get too? I get on demand with that too. So any show I miss, I could just go replay and watch it.
Yep.
It's in the library. And that's definitely the way I'd like to go. I'd like something a la carte because, like, what cable come to do to you is, them and cell phone companies, they do the same crap. They bring you in for like these low introductory rates, and after that contract is up, like they
Boom.
don't,
Yeah, they get you like
they
crazy.
get you like crazy. Because like, let me tell you, when I first got back home here, I got called up Charter to be like, hey, I need some cable. They'd be like, bring me over. And they offered me, their little standard 2-year deal package. So for $84 plus tax, you get internet, their basic internet, their your basic cable and their phone, and it was like $84 with taxes. It's almost $100, right?
Yep.
And after that 2 years was up, it jumped almost $50, and I got the same shit.
Bitches.
Okay, and like, you know what? Basic, they were like, oh, we got 150 HD channels, but yeah, man, who the fuck wants to watch Froggy Does swimming in the pool channel? Like nobody wants that shit.
All
You know
the
what?
channels that nobody wants.
Exactly, and that's what they give you in that package. You may get 10 channels you might want to watch, and that's it. The rest
Yep.
of it, like, dude, man, I'm not watching 20 different versions of Telemundo. Sorry, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, like it would work for me if it maybe were like a cooking channel, like like that has like all the fun stuff, like Kitchen's Nightmares or something like that.
Yeah,
Hey, I could do it. I could do that.
You know what's
Uh-huh.
jerk? You know what's jerk? Like on basic, they used to give you they give you History Channel 2.
Yep.
Now they make you pay for History Channel.
Yep.
Independent Film Channel, that was another free one. Now
Yep.
you got to pay for that.
Yep.
And like History Channel has turned into MTV where you
You
got
don't
Ice
even show
Trucker.
history stuff.
No, it's
They
Ice
show
Trucker
reality. Yeah, they show reality shows now.
shows. And if you want to actually watch the real history stuff,
You gotta watch
gotta
history
pay
too.
Like, it's ghetto, And that's how they make their money. I was like, yo, how come I don't have independent film channel? Oh, you got to pay for that.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, and in some places, they make you pay for BET.
Oh, there's a lot of places. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I know. Up
really?
here they do.
Yeah.
Up here they do.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is nuts, right? It's like, yo, I can't get. You got to pay for VH1. VH1, son.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard of that, like ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ever.
And that's what it is.
They
But
change
then,
it by region. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. They change it by
Yeah, but then
region.
they'll give me like 20 channels of QVC.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
crazy.
really crazy. I've never heard of that. If somebody told me that I had to pay for BET, I would tell them to go F themselves, like real fast. Like
No, but
really,
you know what?
Joking?
Well, here's the drop though, Makita. They don't tell you. It's like snuck in under the rug.
Yeah,
So when
you start searching and flipping through, and you're like, hold up. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you do not have access to this channel. If you want it, please call your cable provider. I'm like, what?
Right.
Son of a...
Okay, but to subscribe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
that's
subscribe.
what they do. You know
Yeah.
what they do? They point you. They're like, hey, subscribe to the gold channel. I'm like, I don't want the gold shit. And then when you look at the gold shit, they have like got silver, gold, and then the next thing you know, you just bought another $30 package.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But yeah, that's the way that it looks like cable service is going. We'll see how quickly or how slow that we get something of that nature. But apparently it's gonna actually go through. They're gonna have it. This whole Sling TV thing is also gonna be accessible on like the Xbox One, on all of the little boxes, all the little, like, I think on like Chromecast also, and the Fire TV thing. It's gonna be on each one of these Sling server thing, not server, those little Sling devices, I guess they're called, right?
Yeah.
So it's just another one of the little services, little app services that'll pop up on each one of those devices. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes and how many more applications pop up. Let's see here. You know what? I'll talk a little bit about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things I kind of thought would be interesting about this upcoming new year is we geek out a lot about a lot of different things, be it comic books or games or technology or whatever. But Jason knows this, and I know he's a big fan of this, but we all love music, people. Everybody loves music. We're all geeks when it comes to the music that we like, the artists that we enjoy listening to, and the artists that we follow. So, I wanted to put it out here and make this a portion of our show. I'm not certain whether we're going to keep this because it all depends on the interest from you, our fans, as well as the interest from the rest of us and how well it goes. But I think music is one of those things that when you get a community or a group of people that have similar tastes or interests or whatever as you, that when you start finding new artists or being introduced to new artists, I love it. It's one of the things that I love about it's the same way when it comes to comics and games and stuff. You get people that you trust, and then you get introduced to a lot of different games or comics or books or movies or whatever that you otherwise you would never have heard of or been interested in. So I will open this up to the panel first because of course I always have my list. And this was something that I used to do even before I started working with Heat Magazine or doing any of the gaming stuff. I used to be a music critic. I would review all kinds of indie soul artists on different websites and stuff. So this is close to my heart. So I would love to bring that to the show as well as to the website, a little bit more so. But I'd love to get both of you guys in on it if that's something that you guys feel would be interesting to bring to the show.
Hells yeah.
What about you, Makita?
If it depends on, if it's open to all types of music,
Yeah.
sure. 'Cause,
anything, and that's the whole purpose. I'm not talking. It doesn't look, ladies and gentlemen. We are not an urban show where the only thing we talk about is urban music. I'm talking about any and everything. Oh, it can be techno, it could be rock, it could be heavy metal, it could be death metal, it could be, because I know Jason listens to all that stuff. I know he does.
I do.
I listen to some of it myself because he introduced me to some of them. So anything, you know, whatever it is that you follow, that you're interested in, regardless of the genre. I'd love to have a portion of the show, which I'm opening up here, to just say, look, this is an artist, whether it's an old album or a recent album or something that you've just been stuck on for like the past week or month or recently that just caught your ear that you haven't been able to put down. I want to bring it up. I want to introduce people to great music, good music, because I hate it when I hear people who say, oh, music today sucks and da 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 da. You know what I say to that? I say it's because you haven't heard or looked for the right artist. There are lots.
They're not wrong.
Well, look, what they're hearing, that's all it is. They haven't heard the good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff that's out there. It's just that the stuff that radio or the stuff that's popular is the only stuff that gets attention. And that's the thing that I'm trying to put out there. There's plenty of artists out there that are great, that don't get attention, and I want to put a spotlight on those people. So,
Sounds good.
Let me have it, people. What you got for me?
Kobe got a new album out.
I'm gonna kick you. So yeah, Jason said his. Okay, McKee, what you got for me?
What you got for me? This is something that was popped up on me. I haven't listened to anybody really new. I mean, if we're gonna do it like,
it doesn't have to be new. It does not have to be new. So let me start off this way.
You put me on the spot here.
I know. Hey, you know me. I put everybody on the spot. Let me put it to you this way. You have. I'm 100% certain that you have an artist or a certain artist that if you heard that they dropped an album today, that your ears would prick up and you would at least go and preview it, if not pre-order it or buy it right on the spot. Who would that artist be?
It would probably be System of a Down.
Okay.
You know, I think from the last I've heard, they've disbanded. Mm-hmm. Surge is supposed to have started an album. I would check it out if he had an album. I would probably check it out. But like, I really want to hear System of a Down as a group together again.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know.
I used to like them, but I just thought their music got
a
little bit retarded. How? They did, yo.
How?
They started making some dumb shit.
How? Name one song that is stupid of System of a Down. See, this is where our friendship might end.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got the drama going on the show. This is Geekswagg reality show. Let's go. Hit it.
Let me put this.
That first album was good, but that's
thinks that System of a Down.
Hold on. That first album was off the hook. The second one,
of course, yes.
They had some stupid shit.
Were you talking about Toxicity?
No. Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
It takes a certain person to understand that album. That album was like very political. It was not stupid.
It was retarded. It was close to almost like Kanye's latest album. It was just a good song, and the shit was just like dumb.
I'm loving this, y'all.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck are these guys doing?
That album was awesome. Granted, I will say that it wasn't as great as Steal This Album. I will definitely give it that. Steal This Album. Wait, are you talking about Steal This Album is stupid? That was like one of the best ones. Are you crazy? I hope it's
No, not that one.
Steal This Album was awesome. Like Chicken Stew was just like so freaking ironic because they were talking about they named it Chicken Stew, but then they were talking about making fucking pizza pies. Come on, that's so awesome.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that stuff was good. The second album was kind of butt, yo. They had like two good songs, and the rest of it was just foosh thinking. You know.
Hey, I love the Foose niggas. Shut up.
You know, it was just like, you know, what the deuce.
Oh, and just so you know, Makita, apparently Surge did put something out through Surgical Strike Records last year in June
Oh, really?
called Orca Symphony #1.
I must check that out.
Yes, yes. I just saw that on Wikipedia. I have to check it out just to see, because I knew I had heard that he had done something, but I couldn't remember what it was or when it was either.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Well,
So word, System of a
or-
Down, definitely. Yeah, anybody else?
Yeah. Queens of the Stone Age.
Hell yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god, that's like
Yeah.
my favorite band right there. That last album they had, what was that? Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was the year before.
Yeah,
I think it was
dude,
the year before. They
that
like,
runs on repeat for me. I
people
can't put that
like
down.
really. I didn't even know. Like I thought maybe I was the only person who liked that band because they had when they first came out. I don't know if it was when they first came out, but what was that one song that they had that like they used to play it on the radio all the time?
I know what you're talking about. That had that weird video with the deer.
No,
Were they that one? Not that one.
one.
Yeah, that one.
That
Mhm.
one. Yeah,
That's the one.
they had that on there, and like that was the only thing that they played on the radio, and I don't know why because that
The rest
whole
of the
album
album was nice.
fire.
It was.
That whole album was fire. Like from the first track to the end, even the hidden mosquito track, it was like amazing.
It was fresh. It was. I love Queens of the Stone
Wow,
Age.
I want to
really
play
do.
that now. I'm gonna go to iTunes. Yeah,
No
I'm
one
gonna-
knows. That's what it was. No
Yeah,
one knows.
No one knows. That song was just like they used to play. I never got sick of that song. They played that song over and over again, and you just like you went through the guitar riffs. And like it was great.
How'd that go again? Do that again.
No, you only get one.
That's it, son.
That's classic,
You only
son.
get one.
And we got it recorded, so don't worry. We can do a soundbite.
Right.
Awesome,
Later
awesome.
on.
Yeah, I love Queens of the Stone Age. I really do. I can't even pronounce his last name. Josh Homie, or whatever. However you pronounce your last name. I love that dude. I do.
Josh Homie.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
I don't know, man. Homie.
Songs for the Deaf. I think that was the album.
Yes, songs for the deaf.
Yeah,
Even the intro was awesome.
Mhm.
You know, because they made it seem like it was like you were turning through the radio and they had like these different options and everything. But just like everything was perfect about that album.
I love it.
Everything was so perfect about that album. I am so mad I haven't played that album in a long time. I'm gonna go to my iTunes. I'm gonna play that. And
Off
my
the
neighbors
chain.
be like, "Why are you playing that so loud?" And I'm like, "Queens of the Stone Age, bitch," and close my. Yeah.
And slam the door.
Don't tell a friend, bitch.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I love Queens of the Stone Age. I'm there with you on that one. Definitely. What about you, Thicken Nation? I know some of yours, but I know the rest of the people don't know that. So, is there something you've been caught on or hung up on, or whether there's something new that has actually caught your ear? Let me know, brother.
I've been all over the place, kind of. You know, like I got my modes. You know, where I'm listening to stuff like there's some bands you guys will probably never ever listen to, but
Well, lay it on me, Diggy. Lay it on me, homie.
There's this old school. They're like, how can I explain? They're like punk / thrash metal band. They're called DRI. They did some stuff with the Foo Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some single tracks.
DRI.
They're like a Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. That's what it stands for.
Okay.
They do a lot of political stuff. And a band they're probably never getting back together, but Rage, you know, love.
Oh,
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Been listening, been getting back into that,
Mhm.
and Then when I feel dirty, I listen to some JT, man. You know, love JT. The dude be saying some off the wall shit. Yo, he's like the craziest white boy out there. He crazy, man. He be just smacking fat booties. Dude,
Oh man.
Yeah. He'd be great. I'll be seeing him. He just be licking his like he. I think he be playing like LL and shit.
He probably do. He probably do.
So like you know, stuff like that. You know, I've been doing some. You know which band I actually want? I think they have a new album out. I gotta check them out. Check it out. POD.
Mm-hmm.
Love them dudes from out there. I was listening to some Lenny the other day. Love
Oh,
some Lenny.
do you have his new one?
I don't have his new one, but I think I heard one of the songs on the radio, and that's what kind of got me into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started. I have one of his like greatest hits joint going there. So I was just like, I was just jonesing out to that because he has some good tunes on there, man.
Yeah, he does.
Some good tunes. Another band I've been chilling to is Silver Sun Pickup.
Oh hell yeah, I love him.
Yeah, that's a good. It's a good band there.
It's about time for them to drop a new one too.
Yeah, they should be coming up with something soon. And there's this other. They're like a hard rock band. I don't even know if they still making albums. They're called the Donnas. All the girls in the band, every single one of their name is Donnas.
Yeah, you introduced me to them. Yeah, they were pretty fresh.
That was them. And I was actually listening to some Wu-Tang, son. Get my Wu-Tang on.
I've been meaning to ask you. Hold up. Do you have the new one? No, do you have the new one? Didn't they just release one?
No, I don't have. Yeah, they just released one.
Okay. Do you have the new Ghostface?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? I heard it was good.
It is good. It is good.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
The first time you listen to it,
that's every time. That's every Wu-Tang album. The first time you're like, what the fuck? And then you listen to it more, you're like, oh, this is hype.
So you know it wasn't bad.
Especially if it's Raekwon. Raekwon, he's just off the wall, and all of a sudden, oh, okay, now I like it.
So like you know, some of that stuff going on there, and like. You know what I've been doing too, man? I've been listening to some off the wall freaking music.
What, Michael Jackson?
Hell no. I was listening. I was listening to Michael Jackson over Christmas. I just felt like my last day of work. I was like, yeah, get my Michael Jackson. And I saw him in Dirty Diana. That's my shit. Right?
I love that. I think that song is kind of like overlooked. That's like an awesome song.
I know, yo. I love that song.
Really good song, man. Right. So there's this dude. I was watching. You know, I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a scene in one of the Deathly Hallows movie. There's a song that's playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
When they're in this tent and Ron leaves and Hermione's all upset and then Harry's trying to cheer her up and then they play the song in the back. I'm like, yo, that song's kind of hot. And I started looking it up and I found out who the artist was. This old punk rock dude. He had like some weird bands. His name is Nick Cave.
Mm-hmm.
And the song's called "Oh Children," and it's a really freaking good song. And it's like it's nothing that I'm usually used to listening to, and just like I've been listening to some like when like just cover songs, like old 60s and 70s songs covered over by artists, in the early 2000s, late 90s, up to now, and it's just I've been feeling like old school, but I want to hear it like done over.
Right.
So, just stuff like that I've been been listening to. So like me, as you can tell, I've been all over the place.
Right.
Another band I was listening to, I'm looking at it right now. Tears for Fears. Love them.
Yeah, I love them news.
Yo, man, it's just I was brought back, man. I
Didn't
was
they do
listening.
something new like a few years ago?
I'm not sure.
I think they got back together and tried to do something
They
new.
tried to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just listening to one of their old albums. You know, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Of course.
Shout, Mad World. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
all the '80s new wave classics. Yes.
yeah, man. It's just like you know, you get in this mood and you just want to
Go
do
way
that.
back.
Yeah, and that's kind of me. And you know, I'm agree with Keto a little bit there. Like some of the new music, I can't. You know, like my kids, they make fun of me because now I'm that old dude sitting in the car. You know. You know, so when I get in there, they control the radio, right? And me, I swear to God, everybody sound like Katy Perry on
They
that
do.
pop station.
They do. My wife does the same thing because my daughter knows all the lyrics to all the new songs and stuff, and it
Yeah,
just
and
drives
they
me
all
crazy.
sound like, except for the dudes, I can't
Right.
The
tell.
dudes all sound alike because they all auto tuning.
Yeah, and they try to sound like JT a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
That's-
they all. It's crazy. It really
it's
is.
crazy.
It's
So
crazy.
like, you know, I hate to say it, but like I remember when I was like 14, 15, and you know, we listened to our music in the car, and my friends' parents be like, "All this shit sound alike," and I'm telling them, "All this shit
y'all
sound
sound
alike." All y'all
like.
looking like, dude, I'm official, son. I'm official.
You old.
Right. Original rude boy.
No
That's
doubt.
it.
No doubt.
So like I can't tell, you know, like unless I see him, like I said, everybody sound like Katy Perry to me. You know, all the dudes that sound like JT. I mean, there's a couple of them that I could tell apart. Like I could tell Ariana Grande sometime because her voice is slightly annoying. So you know, I gotta pick her out.
Yep.
But like everybody else, it's like everything right now. It's uh, rock music is pop music. Hip
Yeah.
hop music is pop music. Pop
Yeah.
music is pop music, and that's
Yeah.
basically what it is. So
Pop
if you
music.
don't
Everything's
like-
pop music.
pretty much. If you don't like pop music, it's done.
Yeah,
you,
pretty
you know,
much.
you're done. You know, you're stuck in. And me, I can take pop music, but I'm not. I just don't think
You're not buying it.
I just don't think pop music offers treatment for the soul. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's what soul
Sometimes.
movies feel.
It depends. It depends.
No.
I mean, like
No.
older pop music, probably, like you know, when there was like more feeling. Pop music now, it's a little freaking weird, man. Because like
Little.
yeah, well, you know what I mean.
I mean,
I'm
like,
giving
I-
it more leeway than what it should. Because even with this, what's this guy? Oh my gosh, he's the little Filipino dude.
Bruno Mars.
Mars?
Bruno Mars.
Yes.
Like
I love Bruno.
And it was like, you
Yes,
know,
Catchy
your,
too.
your sex takes me to paradise and stuff like that. Like when I heard all this, I'm like, are they saying this on the radio?
Mhm.
Because you know, like
That's
kids,
what I'm
Heck
talking about.
yeah.
Kids are
That's what
listening.
I'm talking about. It's like it has no like. I mean, yeah, some of the music that you know that I was talking about. I mean, yeah, it's a little raunchy. Some of it makes no sense, you know, and I get it. But like pop music to me, it's just like it's all about dumb shit. It's just like like
drinking.
yeah, like you know, like I'll listen to a band like Megadeth, right? And they'll have some offbeat songs, but then you know they got some really deep songs. You know they got some, you know, like you know they're talking, you know, they have some songs they talk about, you know, how the government treats people, you know, like you know, they have other song about him going through addiction and the pains and stuff like that. You know, and things like that. But like some of these pop songs, I mean, not some, like all of them, they like make no damn sense to me. You know, and it's just like, I can't, I don't know, I can't get into any of it at all. Where it's just like, oh my god, I gotta have this, and I'm gonna listen to this all, you know, for a while.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it's just not there. I've never felt that way about pop at all. I mean, like if it's on the radio and I'm in the car and the kids are listening to it, yeah, but like that and like polka, I will never play.
Polka.
Like voluntary, you know?
Uh,
And my music taste is pretty broad.
yeah.
I mean, I listen to rock. I listen to heavy metal. I listen to hardcore rap. I even listen to the giddy rap, R&B. The dirty R&B, old school R&B. I listen to Spanish music, reggae music. I even listen to Christian music on the radio in my car. I even take some kind of country music and I rock that too. Conway Twitty, don't know about him. Check him out. The dude is off the hook. Okay, all right. Family Guy put me on it. And I just do. I mean, like I listen to there's this band from Europe, Outlandish. Them
Mhm.
dudes are crazy, man. Yo, they got some off the hook music. Um, I love it. But
Mhm.
like pop music and like polka can't do it. It's just
Yeah,
it's
I
hard
feel
listening
you.
for me.
I feel you. But we are very, very close, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very close to the end of the show. Right before we go, though, I'm gonna drop a little bit of music knowledge for you guys. So we talked
Spit.
a few artists that I have been enjoying as of late that are really, really good. There's a guy named Eric Roberson who's been in the game for a while from DC. Great soul artist that has a new album called The Box. Um, if you're a fan of music like I guess you could say he's kind of in the realm of Duele or Foreign Exchange or what's another guy that's kind of like him? It's kind of hard to say. He's a lot of what they would say neo soul or whatever back in the day. He's kind of in that genre because that's kind of when he started. He debuted around that time frame. But his new album, The Box, is really really good. He's got a song with Pharaoh Monch in there that's really really good. Um, he's got a feature in there with this new soul group that has a couple of twins and this other lady that are all from San Francisco, I think they're from, called King, and it's a gorgeous song called Just Imagine. But he's an artist that anytime he drops an album, I at least listen to it. And this one I definitely was not disappointed. Also, there's another artist from Detroit, a hip hop producer that I've always loved. That for the longest they were saying that he was kind of like a really really close student of Jay Dilla, and a lot of his production is kind of similar to Jay Dilla's, except he kind of transitioned, and I think he actually plays a decent amount of the instruments on a lot of his production. His name's Black Milk, and he's done a lot of work for a lot of different artists. He's done stuff with Pharoah Monch. He's done stuff with Jay-Z. He's done stuff with a lot of different artists, but he has his own albums where he kind of does his own offshoot stuff that's kind of more like Madlib, because Madlib does kind of bridge that whole gap between hip hop and jazz a little bit. He does more of that acid jazz kind of feel, and Black Milk kind of does that a bit himself, and he MCs a little bit himself as well. Um, he's another artist I've been listening to a lot. Of course, the new D'Angelo album is fire. I've been all over that.
How is
Um,
that?
I love it. It's really
yeah,
good.
that did come out.
It is very, 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 very good. I love that album. Um, I've been getting into Childish Gambino. I didn't recognize how good of a lyricist he is, but he's really good. He's got some stupid songs that are more like pop stuff. He's got some songs that sound like he's on he's he's got songs that sound like he's on the whole Frank Ocean or Frank Ocean tip, but he's got some songs that he reminds me a bit of when J. Cole is just going in on people. He's really really talented. So, and of course J. Cole, his new album is really good as well. He does a lot more storytelling on this new album of his. So, for the hip hop heads out there, those are some good new ones. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for today. I think that was a fantastic beginning of the year show. We've got so much more to go, so much more, of course, we even want to talk about today. But This is all we got, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have to tune back in next week to catch more.
Sucker.
Exactly.
Run
So,
my friend, Yach.
as always, this is your boy Bunny 3000 along with
Dirty Maximus.
and the one and only.
The Grim Freaker.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us. Thanks to ladies at the round table, and ladies and gentlemen, we out.